Hi guys, and welcome to our company vlog number 1826, which, if you count correctly, is exactly our 5th year anniversary of operations. For those saying it's not true, don't forget 29th of February every 4 years. So we thought that this time we want to make a special vlog for you guys. So running you guys through the past and what led us to the company that we are today, where it all started, what kind of struggles we went through, and how we recovered from them. So our company was founded 5 years ago today, and it all started back in 2019. I remember with my teammates in New York campus, we were all about to finish our last assignment for the whole business school, and it was for this assignment that we decided to do something special. We thought, what about we tackle a personal problem and make it into a business concept for the Internet of Things class? That was one of the modules we chose, one of the electives we chose in our last module before we graduated from our master's degree. It was quite funny since we all had very little of an idea what this Internet of Things monster really was. While these days it's one of the most used terms. But back to the story. So we were in New York City, and as all of you may know, the rent prices in New York City are extremely high. Even back then, for those who think it's only nowadays. Some of us were sharing apartments. Some slept on sofas, some slept in didn't have their own rooms and slept in shared accommodations, etc. So we all had a similar issue, being bad sleeping habits. Our backs and necks would hurt in the morning from sleeping on uncomfortable surfaces, or your roommate who came home late with a lot of noise and decided to start cooking for some reason. But back in 2019, technology was not as advanced as it is today. But there was some, and everything was starting to get linked to everything. We had those Fitbits that counted our steps and several apps that recorded eating habits and sleeping habits and other things. But you had to put it all in manually. Crazy, right? Now your phone exactly knows your diet, other things without you even having to touch it. But that's why we took the Internet of Things class. Because we too were preparing for this day and age where everything is linked and want to participate in these emerging technologies. So we decided to come up with our smart blankets. And most of you following the blog know exactly how it works from our previous vlogs or because you have it at home. But for those who recently tuned in, our smart blanket is a blanket embedded with plenty of sensors that capture light, movement, temperature, sound, and plenty of other things linked to your sleeping patterns. The blanket is wirelessly connected to your phone to give you updates on your sleeping habits every morning. The app includes tips and tricks personalized to your very own sleeping habits and patterns and knows exactly when you will feel tired. The app has the possibility to be linked to several other apps concerning your health because sleeping is a big part of that. Based on your sleeping behavior, we can suggest certain different diets and vitamins you have to focus on. We can suggest what type and how much sports you should do during that day. Everything completely personalized to your very own lifestyle. So enough about our product. So let me take you back to 2019 when we actually started the company. So starting a company is always hard. Definitely if you're trying to create a complex product like we did. We needed an awful lot of research and development before we could actually start producing and selling these products. Testing was obviously a large and time-consuming part as well. In the beginning, we were told off by hundreds of investors, pitching and pitching, and if you're not willing to do this, then honestly, you shouldn't start a company. My team and I have at least pitched to 100 investors each, not total, each one of us. I think we got about a 1.5% success rate. If you're not willing to do that, please don't start a company. Anyway, we got our funding, but we already lost 47% of our company. But in return for that, we had over $2 million in investments. But this is where the real roller coaster started. Skip through all the research and development, the testing, and we actually had a final product and a bunch of orders already lined up because we made our product available for pre-orders. Out of our first 500 products sold, about 120 of them came back because of malfunctions or people not understanding it in general. Our team thought about giving up a lot of times, but never as much as the first year. Our losses were about 4 times the size of our revenue, and our team was demotivated. We needed some change. So we decided to hire a new GM, general manager, and a new technician who actually previously worked for Huawei to help us, and this made the product a lot better, but also drove the team morale and increased the team's efforts, and therefore sales and revenues went up. After our second year, powering through the bad morale of the first year, it was time for us to make investments. We had a positive year only by a couple of dollars, but we showed our investors we could do it. So here we get our first warehouse, taking a gigantic risk, but honestly, it was one of the best moves the team could come up with. At Smart Blanket, we obviously also focus on innovation. We can't only invest in making everything larger. Our product has to innovate as well. So developments are being made to our existing product. And since the start, several hundreds of small improvements have been added along with a few features, such as breathing control. We even have brainwave entrainment by aligning the brainwaves to get you into deeper sleep or deeper meditation or whatever you want to get out of your sleep. Our great love for smart blankets is what drives us the most. We truly love our product and believe in it. We don't do it for the money, but to help people who actually face the same problems as we did back in those days. And that's how you get a successful business. So innovations were being made. But in the third year, we saw that innovations are not always a good thing. This is when we learned to bring out different versions of our blanket because one size did not fit all. Some people were scared for their health and others didn't want it to be monitored. Thought it was too expensive, so we came up with cheaper alternatives. So this led to an increase in products, and therefore the third year was extremely costly. After the third year, our business really took off. We were being shared across all social media platforms. Everyone was talking about smart blankets. We got endorsements from various different specialists and doctors, and we could just not believe our eyes. Our smart blankets were flying out the doors. We had partnerships with several suppliers and even acquired one of them. We have contracts with Apple, Android to have our products fully functional with their health apps, and smart blankets are slightly subsidized by the government all across the world. We have a bunch of data, but the way we protect it is through subscriptions. We barely make any money on selling the blanket. The real money comes from the subscription. For an extra $2.99 per month, we let you use all the features of the app, and there are many more in-app purchases available. The data is not being sold, however, because we like to keep the anonymity for our customers. Our team is proud to say that Smart Blankets is one of the leading suppliers of duvets, sheets, pillows, and covers all over the world, with a range of options in each of these categories, all embedded with sensors and chips that can be activated with the click of a button. Thank you for tuning in to our 5-year special anniversary vlog, and see you in the next one.